So the evolution of wines in the region is an interesting story. We had wineries here prior to Prohibition on a small scale, and post-Prohibition as well, with a winery that focused on making sparkling wines down by the Art Park area of Lewiston and later out on Route 104 Lewiston. That winery closed in the late 70s, early 80s, and there really wasn't anything in our region again to the late 90s, and all of a sudden it's blossomed from there. There has been a focus in the area with vinifera, but it's been small and a growing focus. We find that certain clones and certain varietals grow quite well here. I particularly am fond of Cabernet Franc, even though it's a late ripener, but we do have a long growing season, actually the second longest in New York State. Pinot Noir is another great one for our region because we can depend on it to ripen every year, and it is winter hardy. In spite of what people think about Western New York winters, it's really not so bad. The vinifera do overwinter. I grow 9 different varietals of grape, 8 of which are vinifera. So right across the border from us is the Canadian Niagara Escarpment region, and we're often asked, how is that any different or the same as the New York region? And actually, from a growing standpoint, it's very similar. Grapes don't know any political boundaries. We're growing in the same thing. Both sides have an escarpment and they have the lake. The lake for us we have a little bit more of a lake impact here just because there's more of the shoreline to the north of me than there is as the Canadian region stretches out. So we might have a little bit stronger or longer of a growing season than some of the wineries on the other side of the river. But as far as climate goes, it's more or less the same. And in fact, we've taken advantage of a lot of the research that was done on the Canadian side of the border through Brock University to learn about what grapes would grow best here on our specific plot of land.